to this beam session on Tuesday. Tonight's topic is about rejection and reception. Don't reject or receive anything. Whatever you are, whoever you are, just be. The most difficult asana or the posture is Shavasana, the posture of dead body over a corpse. Because in this posture, one should be like a corpse without doing anything, not even thinking. When you deny, reject, and oppose, it is your don'ts. When you agree, accept, and follow something, it is your do's. In fact, your do's and your don'ts are not the concerns. It is the doership. It is the ego behind it. It also plays the part when you become aware about the spirituality. One would then start denying all other things. And there you are mistaken. One starts separating life and spirituality. One starts believing in stop doing everything, as you think nothing leads to this spirituality. You then start opposing everything. You start denying that does not fit in your definition of spirituality. It is not the nature of your action that matters. It is your nature in the action that matters. No matter whatever we do, no matter whoever we are, no matter wherever we are, it is how we do everything and anything that decides whether our spirituality is whole or hollow. Spirituality has no brand. Spirituality has no fragrance. Spirituality has no set path. Spirituality has no do's and don'ts. Spirituality simply means to be and not becoming. As Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, knowledge about oneself is better than repetitive ritualistic practices. Meditation is better than knowledge. And being a witness, a Shakshi, is better than meditation. Some people say, I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not senses. Some people would say, this world does not exist. And some people would even say, this is not my wife. This is not my husband. These are not my relatives. You will find such narrations in religions and in philosophies. It is called negation. The negation has applied because they say that you are different and above all those body, senses, mind, world, and relatives. But in fact, that negation is implied incorrectly. It is not, I am not this body or mind, etc. You are this body, you are this mind. The world does exist. The relatives and you are connected to each other. The negation is not about your perceivable existence. The negation should be implied for the imperceptible, for that one existence. The negation is all about the absolute, as the absolute cannot be divided or cannot be separated from anything. When you ask, is this or is that the absolute? Then the answer would be and should be, no, it is not thus. So to say that I am not this body is wrong, because you are everything. And to say I am that or I am Brahma is also not true, because the realization cannot be expressed through words. It is beyond speech, mind, and even consciousness. So the only way is to witness, not to reject anything, not to accept or receive anything, just to be. Go within until the difference of within and without cease to exist. And for that, one has to be silent. Because when someone is in silence, the sound of spirituality is heard. So do not reject anything or do not accept anything. Just be. Just be a witness. Thank you very much. I would like you to also advance this wisdom today. If anyone wants to actually say something about their experience or any wisdom, please do share with us. Thank you very much.
The music was very, very beautiful. And it just took me somewhere else totally. Hello?
Yes, you are audible. Please go
thank
ahead.
you. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Please do say yes. Sorry.
Master, this is Suresh from Chennai, India.
Hello.
Namaste. This is Suresh from Chennai, India. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Master, when you were reading that particular content, you said spirituality is not this, not this. Then finally you said spirituality is about be and being. And it was not clear at that time when I was listening, and I couldn't understand also. Could you please just give a light on that?
Sorry, what did you say? Spirituality?
No, you were defining about spirituality, and you said this is not spirituality, this is not spirituality. Then finally you said it is about be and being. Some wordings were there. It was not audible at that time. So could you please just read it and explain to me kindly?
Okay. Spirituality has no brand. Spirituality has no fragrance. Spirituality has no set path. Spirituality has no do's and don'ts. Spirituality simply means to be and not becoming. Just be a witness or a sakshi.
Okay, okay. So it is not becoming, but nothing but we have to keep on. We will
Just
be
to
only a
be.
witness.
Yeah, just to be. Yes.
Okay.
As Krishna Bhagwan said in Gita, that the next sentence was like this: knowledge about oneself is better than repetitive
Meditation.
practices of rituals.
Okay. But I am not the body is a, I am not the body, but I am the soul. Just to know this truth only, we are all, came in the human form. That's what I heard and studied in many books. The whole purpose of my life is to know that I am not the body, but the soul. So isn't it the utmost truth, even according to Bhagavad Gita?
The difference between the oneness and duality, and those people who believe in duality, like there is a God
Okay.
and we are actually God's devotees.
Okay.
So the people who believe in duality, they would say like this, that you are soul, and soul destination is to achieve uh, uh, or to actually meet or see God. Now in the oneness, because everything is very unified, uh, in oneness there is no God.
No.
In oneness there is no devotee. In oneness there is no relationships as such, master and the slave. Now the words are a bit harsh when we say the master and slave or God and devotee, but the duality is there. And when there is duality, it simply means that we are separating ourselves from this unified, homogeneous absolute, which is
Oh,
being expressed through the consciousness. So, definitely, some people would say that this is not, the body is not mine, or I am not body. But there is no separation between the consciousness and the body and mind and senses, because everything is conscious.
yes.
Even the stone is conscious, but because of the limitation of our senses, we cannot perceive that the stone is conscious or the soil is conscious or this metal is conscious. Everything is conscious. Just like in science it says, when you actually break down the atom, everything is made of atoms. And when we actually break down the atom, then electrons. So everything is electron. Likewise, everything is consciousness, but because our senses are very limited, we cannot hear everything, we cannot see everything, we cannot perceive everything. And because of the limitation of our senses, then we start actually creating this duality of body, of mind, of soul, or the consciousness, of me, of you, of everything else. But end of the day, there is only one, and that's it.
I agree totally. Thank you so much for this detailed explanation. But one thing, no, we say that it is only consciousness. But spiritually, what is the exact definition of consciousness?
We can say the definition of consciousness not spiritually actually, because even the consciousness cannot be seen or perceived. It can be only experienced. For example, uh, in just simple terms, if I see a dead body, I would say there is no consciousness. The
Yeah,
body, the soul is gone. That's what normally we say, that the soul is
yeah,
gone,
yeah.
the body is dead. Now, because our senses are very limited, but is that body is without consciousness? If we actually see inside the body, it is still decaying. And even after that, body actually just disappears. Altogether, body disappears. Now we can say, because we cannot perceive the body as a alive body, the body is dead, the consciousness has gone, but there is no place to go. Everything is conscious, but this consciousness is appearing in lesser or more, and that's why our senses perceive is perceivable, seeable consciousness, like somebody is moving around, a dog is moving around, so we say the dog is alive. But when we cannot perceive the consciousness in that dead dog, what we say, there is no consciousness. It's like if you go on the scientific side, we cannot actually see or perceive any atoms even. We cannot even see molecules with our naked eye. We can see water or any element, but atoms we cannot. And then if we break down atoms, we cannot actually even think about electron or proton or neutron, but it is there. And because the electron, they actually got together and then they become a molecule or an atom, and then they become molecule. And after molecules, our senses are capable to see those molecules or the element. Likewise, consciousness is beyond even electron. So we only see the body moving, and we actually imagine or we believe that because of consciousness, body is moving. But if body is not moving, and because our senses are limited, so we say soul is gone, consciousness has gone out, that particular thing, a dog, a human being, whatever, is now dead. But in reality, consciousness does not go anywhere. It is not being expressed through our senses.
Okay. Thank you, Master. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mridulaji, you want to say something?
Beautiful, Vijayji. I appreciate your talks a lot. Makes one really think. So all the physicists of our world have come to know that we human beings and the plants, the rocks, the planets, we're all made of the same things, as you so eloquently mentioned. We're not different from them. We're all made from the same elements. But we became aware. There are two types of consciousness. One is of the body and the mind, where we become aware of ourselves. But we have so much ego that we think we're the only things in the universe that have the body and mind awareness because of our five senses, as you mentioned also eloquently. We do not know what the plants and the trees think. The trees, the redwoods, have been around for thousands of years. They live, they communicate, but we cannot appreciate it because our five senses cannot appreciate what they're talking, what they're saying. We can't appreciate other animals. We think that because we have a life form, we think non-being entities like stones and earth, all this, we can't appreciate it with our limited senses. And there's another type of consciousness where there's no language for that consciousness. Yeah, that's why we meditate and go into this state of oneness where it's an experience. And all the books, everything that we read is our own perception, our own belief, everything is written by human beings. So right then and there, it's all limited because it's in our perspective. There's a saying, until the tiger learns how to speak, we will only know the perception of the hunter. So just such a deep thought. I thought I would share that. And the cell memory, I was just talking last night briefly. It does not end immediately when the body dies. There's so many people who have transplants that experience the person that they get the organ from, their memories for a little bit. So the deeper, not the body and mind consciousness where we're aware, there's another type of spiritual consciousness. We don't know. It's all our, whatever knowledge we came up with, most of it is through meditation in that state of oneness. And it doesn't matter what religion, what belief, what culture, what nationality, everybody is feeling the same in that state of oneness. Anyway, I thought I'll share that. It just reminded me of all that. So thank you, Vijayji.
Thank you, Vilaji. Nicely said, actually, very well explained. As you mentioned that because we cannot perceive many things, then we start thinking about other things as dead or without soul. For example, initially in Bible it was said that animals and women do not have souls. It was just the human being's ego and the human being's explanation. After a while, nowadays they also say, even scientifically they have proven that even when you cut the tree or plant, the other plants or other trees, they actually extend their roots to help the plant that was cut down. Now, because nowadays science can go deep with so many equipments, it's like a flower I was reading about yesterday. The flower would actually they send out a sound, and when they are filled with this nectar, they send out some kind of sound, and all the insects, like including honeybees, so they actually can listen to that sound, and then they will be attracted towards that particular flower to actually drink the nectar. And when the nectar is finished, the flower stops sending the sound out. So the bees, they would not go there because there is no nectar in that flower. Now, all these things, now we can understand because of the advancement of science. But end of the day, the idea is that we, with our limited senses, cannot perceive everything in anything. But everything is nothing but the consciousness. And when we actually become silent, only in silence we can realize our real selves. Anybody else wants to actually share their wisdom as well?
Thanks a lot, Vijayji. Beautiful meditation and wonderful wisdom, followed by beautiful sharings as well. And all of these leads us into experiencing, because conceptually or as the knowledge, as we go deeper and deeper, it makes sense, but it only becomes a complete in the quest once and only when it is experienced. So all these wisdoms are only leading us into trying to experience and trying to experience, right? So thanks a lot.
Thank you, Rameshji.
And just an addition, I'm presently reading a book in which as well it says a similar thing, that you are not the mind, but you have to use the mind to understand you are not the mind, in a way to say we are everything. So a similar relation. And in the journey, I see that such analogies are used, that we are not the body, for people to understand who are completely in understanding that we are the body, to tell them we are not the body, and experience that we are not the body, but then later to accept as well the body, that everything is one and the same. So using the mind to say that we are not the mind, understanding the mind using the mind, all is the same. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ram, the voice is not very clear, Ram.
Oh, is it Malatiji? Sorry. Was
No.
my voice not audible?
No, it's audible, but not very clear.
Okay. I will check it on the YouTube and then I'll share the link to you.
Yeah, because what you said just now, I didn't understand at all.
Okay, I will share you the YouTube link, Malatiji. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think we can conclude the session now.
Yes, Vijay. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste.